What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do an unboxing and review of the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra tablet. Recently, they did launch an unboxing, or excuse me, an unpacked event for these, along with their latest phone and their latest earbuds. I think they're the S25 F or FE, and then the Buds 3 FE. But yeah, I was mainly focused on this. So I went ahead and checked. I wasn't initially going to grab this, but I went ahead and I checked and see what kind of a deal I could get on a trade-in on my S10 Ultra. And man, I couldn't turn away that deal. So I'm going ahead. I'm in the process of trading them in. I'm sending them back the S10 Ultra for this guy here. And I'm really excited to jump in and take a look at this for myself. Well, of course, with you guys. So let's go ahead and talk price and specs. First, the pricing. You've got three different storage sizes. You got the 256, 512, and 1 terabyte. 256 and the 512 are both going for $1199.99. The 1 terabyte is going for $1469.99. Now, of course, you know Samsung has those crazy deals for trade-ins. I got a really good deal, in my opinion, for the S10 Ultra. So that's why I went ahead and jumped on this one. Of course, now these guys come in two different colors. You got gray and silver. I have the gray 512 gigabyte, 12 gig of RAM version here. Let's go ahead and dive right into the features. You got a 14.6 inch screen with a dynamic AMOLED 2X display. So that's going to be really popping. I can't wait to take a look at that. You're real thin at 5.1 millimeters thick. That's about a little bit thicker than, or a little bit thinner rather, than the S10 Ultra, which is nice. You got outdoor brightness of 1,000 nits, and you got high dynamic range brightness of 1,600 nits. So this thing gets decently bright and everything. It's powered by a 3 nanometer MediaTek chipset for day-to-day tasks. And the improvements on this as compared to the S10 Ultra, with a CPU is a 24% increase, GPU a 27% increase, if I can talk, and the NPU was a 33% increase. So you're definitely getting more power out of this one in comparison to the S10 Ultra, which I absolutely love that tablet. But like something like this, I wanted to give it a shot, but I loved it. Okay, you got a battery capacity of 11,600 milliamps. That will give you about 23 hours of video playback. As far as cameras, the front, they didn't change here. You got only a 12 megapixel. I cannot talk tonight. I don't know what's going on. 12 megapixel ultra wide camera in the front, because of the S10 Ultra, you had the two cameras in the front. Now you only have the ultra wide in the front. While in the rear, you have a 13 megapixel plus a 8 megapixel ultra wide camera. So you still got the two in the rear, but they did go ahead and change that up in the front a little bit, give you a little bit more real estate when it comes to your videos as well. We got to improve Samsung Dex mode. We definitely going to take a look at that. Galaxy AI features. We got a new design S Pen, which is included in the box. They got IP68 water resistance, so the little splash won't hurt them or anything like that. And it has Wi-Fi 7 connectivity, not to mention Bluetooth. All right, so let's go ahead and get this open. Man, I can't wait to get in this. I always love getting new stuff. Let's go ahead and get. I don't know why these always seem to not work for me. These little pill tabs. All right, there we go. That's one. That's two. All right, now we can go ahead and flip this over. And there we go. Let's put that off to the side. And here we got the kit. Here's the tablet, but we're going to see what's going on underneath here first. So we're going to slide that over to the side. We have the new designed S Pen. Has that look of an actual pencil. Very nice. Got your button here on the top. Now this gray area here is the magnetic side. Now this pencil does not require charging. They took away the Bluetooth features of the S Pen, which I think is a downer. I really love that. Have that Bluetooth features in. You got your Samsung branding here, but this is the magnetic type. So this will stick on the tablet itself. Again, you got that real pencil type feel to it. It feels good. Feels good. Nice. I used to be able to twirl these things when I was a kid, but man, it does feel just like a pencil. You can hold it right. You got the nice grooves and stuff like that. So yeah, very nice. Okay, so we got that. I love that it comes in the box still. And of course, we have our documentation here. We got our SIM ejection tool, or SIM tray ejection tool. SIM tray ejection tool, if I can talk. We got an extra ultra long USB-C to USB-C cable. I stock those. I keep those on deck. Never know when I might need one of them. And of course, we have our documentation, built-in support, and quick start guide and everything. So we got all that there. So let's go ahead, set this back in the box. We don't want to lose anything. All right, we're going to put that off to the side. Well, actually, we're going to put this back in here. I'm gonna need this. We're gonna take this out because I'm gonna need this for my transition over to this one from the Tab S10, which you guys are gonna stick around for. All right. So you know it's funny how things don't normally go back in when you take them out the ratio. Let's get the S Pen out of here too, because this box is gonna go away for right now. All right. We'll set this right here and we'll put this over here. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at this tablet, man. Look how already you can tell the thinness of it. Let's go ahead and pull this off. Oh, you can tell. Let's go ahead and get this paper off. Oh, sorry. I'm pulling on the wrong thing. Here we go. I'm scared of it. Feel like I should be wearing gloves. Some white gloves with this. All right, here we go. The anticipation is killing me. And there it is. Very, very, very thin. Now let's go ahead and pick this up. Nice and light too. I like that. Look how thin that is. Let's get that a little closer. All right, it's a little thin, nice and thin. Let me grab the S10 Ultra here. I'm gonna take this case off. All right, I had to take the case off of the S10 Ultra. Take the mic. All right, so just to get a reference as to the thinness of the S11. All right, not too much, but it's just a hair thinner than the Tab S10. Let me get this. Let me get these guys lined up right here. All right, these guys are just a tad thinner. Whoops. Let me put it this way. Looks a little bit better, in my opinion. All right, just a hair thinner than the Tab S10 Ultra. And while we have it here, let me zoom in a little closer. You can see another thing is they changed the buttons. All right, you know the power buttons on the far end of the S10 Ultra, and then you got the volume where they switch it. Now the power buttons here on the S11 Ultra, and the volume rockers are on the outside. So They did do a little change there. Let's take a look at the outer side cameras. You can see the actual cameras are a little bit big, or they're bigger on the S11 Ultra than it is on the S10 Ultra. And I do not have any type of camera caps on them or anything like that, so that's just how they sit. All right, you still got your LED flash and everything. Very, very nice. And also another thing that they changed on here is the pogos, the connectors. They're on the back now of the S11 Ultra, whereas they were on the bottom here of the S10 Ultra. So as you can see here, so everything slide in and click, everything connected. I mean, you still have, let me pull this up here. You still have your grooves for your tablets or your keyboards or your covers. You still have your connectors here, but the actual pogo, actual connector contacts are on the back. Excuse me, for like your keyboards and everything. So they did go ahead and change that up on the S11 here. So yeah, this guy will be going away. This will be and as a trade-in. We've had some fun times, but he's got to go. All right, let's go ahead and put him over. He may come back. He may make another appearance here in the video. But man, this looks so good. Let's go ahead and get this thing turned on. Very excited about that. All right, got fingerprints all over it. All right, we're going to fire it up. Actually, I'm going to, so that way you can take a, enjoy it just a little bit. While this is firing up, I'm going to pop this on. Yes, this is my S10 Ultra keyboard case cover, the back. And it fits kind of, all right, kind of okay on the S11, but it serves its purpose for right now because I really want, well, actually, I don't know if it's going to fit. It seems like it's not going to magnetically connect. It has to connect up here, but it looks like it will. All right, I want to be able to do this with it, so yeah, I got it lined up now. It should be good to go. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get me connected into this. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this, and then we'll come back and we're gonna walk through some of the features here on the S11 Tab S11 Ultra. Stay strapped in. All right, back in. I went ahead and got it all set up. Got my files transferred over. Got my apps transferred and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look inside at all the things that the S11 or Tab S11 Ultra has. Again, a lot of it is still more familiar to the S10 Ultra, in my opinion. And of course, obviously you can see it. There are some small changes and stuff like that when it comes to the visual look, the aspect of it, just looking at it, like the camera. I did mention the front-facing camera. You only have the one ultra-wide, where you had two on the S10 Ultra. You had the standard and the ultra-wide. But real quick, of course, and this is running, before I go into my one spiel, this is running One UI 8 with Android 16. So this is an upgraded version of One UI and Android on this. It will come to the S10 Ultra when, I'm not sure, but those who have the S10 Ultra, you guys will definitely eventually get this update. So one weird thing that I wanted to take a look at real quick that I noticed during the transition of my over to this tablet is, let me pull out the S10, the Tab S10 Ultra here. Let me go ahead and get into this one. Now, you notice like when you pull down the notification screen, how your whole screen gets that blur, okay? And the same thing goes for when you pull down your settings, your controls, how the whole entire screen blurs out. You know how you do that happens? Well, here on the S11 Ultra with the upgraded One UI, you can swipe down and only that section blurs. You see how it, now if I pull it down again, how it all blurs right there. And then same thing goes for your controls. Only this section, whatever is inside this screen, inside this block, inside this box here is blurred, leaving the rest of your screen visible. I like that feature. I like that little touch. Again, that's one of them upgrades with the One UI, I believe. So I actually really do like that. So I wanted to point that out before too long. All right. Now let's go ahead. Again, you've got, the multi-screen swipe, swipe up. Let me go. You swipe up, you can get into your app drawer and everything like that. You do have your taskbar, as always. Have it sit down like that. And of course, what you do have on here is you can create desktops. All right. So say for instance, you want to have some kind of work thing on here, like we'll put my email in there. All right. So now I got this one screen. Let me go back in. All right. So now if I go to this one, all right, so now I have this. This is my main screen. This is all of my apps. This is all your apps. No matter what screen you have, this is all of them open. All right, so say, for instance, you're in here. You tap on that. I'm on desktop number 1. And so we're going to go ahead and go into the, we're going to have the Play Store up. All right, so now if we swipe up and we can switch over, we can go over to desktop number 2, and we can put something else in here. Go in. Now we're in desktop 2. It shows you the name. We can go in and just grab any thing. We'll just grab BritBox real quick. And eventually we'll open. But let me go back in. Let me make sure that went. All right, we're still in number 2. All right, there it is. So BritBox open. So now I'm in there. I got that video. I got that going on. So if I want to add one, there's a little plus button here. Hit plus. Now I'm in desktop number 3. All right, and then you can go on and go on. Open up again, and you can get up to 4 different desktops. All right, and that way you can just go ahead, and if you need to switch back over to another screen, to another desktop to activate whatever, or to jump into another app and do some work, like if you had spreadsheets and stuff like that, or documents typed up or something like that, and you want to go back and forth, you should be able to, again, up to 4 screens. I think that's an excellent touch. And then, of course, if you go in, let me go back up. If you go in, you go over, you hit close all, and then you're back to desktop number 1. You can close that. Yes. And then go back in. Yes. Everything turns to desktop number 1 as you go down. So now I'm back in my full, my main screen here. No other desktops available or anything like that. So I'm back. Excuse me. Absolutely like that. And of course, we've got the multi. I'm not all into everything yet, but we got things where we can go in and split screen and everything, and you can pull that up. Let's go to that. You got the third screen there, which are everything, and then you can go ahead and do fourth. Let's go ahead and actually let's go ahead and grab something else. All right, I got stuff going off. All right, you got DJI. Let's do that because that one is all right. It turned everything sideways. All right, so you can go ahead and go into your gallery, and then you can go in all this stuff. I'm not in everything yet, but let me see if we can shrink that down. All right, there we go. I'm not logged into everything yet, but as you can see, you can do your floating windows, and you can collapse that, bring it down. All the basic other stuff that you can do on tablets as well as on your on your phones is just transferred over. So we got that. Let me close that. And all of them have the little dash where you can go in and close them individually. Absolutely. Again, I love these tablets. I think these are the best tablets out there. I know people in the iPhone ecosystem beg to differ, but I think the Android slash Samsung, well, especially the Samsung tablets are the best, especially the bigger screen ones. All right, let me see what else. Oh yes, S Pen usage. Now you do not have the Bluetooth controls with the S Pen, but you do have your air commands. So if you let me go ahead and press the button here. I gotta get myself acclimated on here. All right, I hit the single. Now I had it set up to where if I click the button, my air commands would show up. So that's how normally you got the little pen icon here on the side, and you just tap on it. But when I get close to the screen, I hit that, and then I could go ahead and do whatever I want to do. You can add. I got some other ones here. I need to go through and pick and choose which ones I want to keep. Like say, let's go to this. All right, so now we took a screenshot, and now we can say don't like. You know what I mean? Remove. You can do all kinds of stuff on that. And say, for instance, you want to send that picture to someone and with that note on it and stuff like that, you could do that as well. And switch it to eraser and get rid of everything here. All right, and then we're done. And then you can just go ahead and have a little bit of more fun with it. I didn't want to do that again. I wanted to close out, but so now I got two of them here. This is very clean. And of course, you can go in and change your pen types. You know, you got all different types of pens and everything like that. You got your eraser and everything. You got your color palette and everything. You can go through. You got a nice options to choose from. You got your font size or your thickness, how thick you want your strokes to be and everything. So you do have that. All right, so you just swipe up from the bottom and it discards everything that you did there. Again, I love this S Pen, even despite the fact that they did take away my Bluetooth settings for volume and everything else, volume control during watching your media and stuff like that, which is really a shame. But you still have full control over everything else. There are different I mean, if you have had S Pen, you are familiar with the options. You can go in and put on these. Like you can go in and you can select different types of options here. Like you can write on, set it so you can write on your calendar. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna put that in there because that's important. So in case I need to pencil in something, you can view all notes. I'm gonna add that one too. Excuse me, and pin up. Yeah, let's go ahead and add that. Now, if you download any other apps that use the S Pen, they will show up here, and then you can swap them out, which ones you like to have on there or not. So I think you can have, what's that, 10 different ones? Yeah, let me see. It's 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, about 10 different options there. Now, I'm quite sure if you go in, now you can go in and set up your, you can do the standard where it gives you the name along with the icon, or you can go compact where it just shows you the icon. All right, I like the name and the icon because sometimes I forget the names of them and stuff. I can't forget with the icons because sometimes I do. All right, and then of course you can got other options here, more S Pen options. You can do sound. You can set your device to play a sound when writing and everything. That's pretty cool. Like if you're writing on paper, it makes that sound like you're writing on paper. I like that. And then of course you got about other features. You got your air command, talk about that. You got Samsung capture with the AI select. You can go in and it will check for updates. And you know, it's just some really great stuff, despite the fact that they took away the Bluetooth feature. Again, I'm really not happy about that, but it is what it is. And I like the fact that it posts up top here. I wish hopefully They come out with a case that protects this. It keeps this from being knocked off. I mean, the magnet is pretty sturdy, but anything can happen in a bag or during travel where it will fall off because it's, you know, so you definitely want to make sure that they have a case that's going to at least try to secure that in place, in my opinion. All right, now let me see what else. Everything everything's pretty much cut and dry. If you've had a Samsung tablet in the recent years, you really you're really familiar with how these things work and everything like that. And then man, I just love the screen on here. Let's go ahead and see if we can turn down the lights. We're gonna test out the brightness of this screen. All right, we turned down the lights a little bit. Again, it's not 100% dark over here, but you can definitely tell how bright the screen is. So we're gonna go ahead and now we don't have it too bright, so we're gonna go ahead and max this all the way out. Look how, and that gets really, really bright, really bright. And let me see. All right, now I turned off the day. Now it even got brighter. So if I had it at nighttime, well, that just turned off my dark theme. But this is really bright. Let's go back down. Let's see if we can go back down. All right, as you can see, it's getting darker, and that's the darkest it gets. But man, that gets pretty bright. That definitely gets pretty bright. All right, so again, especially for a screen like this size, and being able to watch your content, absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and test these quad speakers on here. Let me see if I can get this. This thing is so thin. You got the two speakers here on this side, and the two speakers here on this side. Let's see if you see that second one down there. All right, let's go ahead and test these out. I got just a track picked out, so we just gonna go ahead and rock. Let's see what we got. All right. Okay, I like the little bass. Let's go ahead and turn this up. Okay. I like that bass. I like the way these are sounding. All right, let's go ahead and pick another one. Okay. I'm liking the clarity. Let's go down a couple more. Little high pitch, little bit of quick beat there. All right, now let's go down. All right, I like it. I like them. Let's go to number 11. They sound good high. I think I would like to, me personally, obviously I would turn it down just a little bit. Right about there. I like the way that sounds to me personally. Excuse me. But man, the bass, they just sound really clear, nice and bright. I'm very, very happy with them. They just an improvement on the Tab S10 Ultra had really good speakers as well, but I think there is an improvement here on the Tab S11 Ultra tablet here. So let's go ahead and quickly just take a look at the cameras. All right, I went out and took a couple shots of some of the bushes outside just so we could get a quick look at the detail. I'm using the rear cameras on here, and I like the detail that I'm getting on it. It doesn't look, it looks good to me. I mean, you can get that. I like how you're getting the detail in the leaves here and things like that. You can zoom real in, get real close in. You can really see the detail in them. Absolutely like it. I like the way these look. Like I said, I did a couple of them. So here's another one. And nothing extravagant or anything like that. But just I wanted to show some of the greenery out here. Yes, they're getting, some of them are wilting, a little brown in there. Hey, rain hasn't come a while for it here in my area, but for much, but man, I just like the detail here in that. So this is some of the a couple pictures that I took. I did shoot a little bit on the video side, so let's go ahead and check that out. So this is what the 12 megapixel ultra wide front facing camera looks like. And also let me know what you think of the mics. I think the camera looks great for video calls and conferencing and stuff like that. So again, let me know what you think in the comments. All right, what we're going to test now is the wireless decks. We got my Samsung TV in the background. We're going to zoom in on that. We're going to connect here to the Tab S11. I always want to say S-Tab. Tab S11 Ultra. We're going to get it connected wirelessly, and we're going to use this as our touchpad. Or mouse pad. So let's go ahead and zoom in on the camera there, or on my TV there. All right, so now I'm a little close up, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and switch these over. Excuse me. We're going to wireless decks. All right, we're back in. I had to go back out and come back in, but now, as you can see, my touchpad is now the, oops, let me go ahead. I'm double touching. Now my, I don't know if you can see it from here, but my tablet is now officially my mouse pad. So, or my, yeah, officially my mouse pad. So I could do that. Or I could do different types of things. And let me go ahead and see if I can get used to using this. Let me use this. All right, I'm using my pen now. And I am going to go ahead and actually, I want to open up Chrome. All right, so we got Chrome open. It'll take some getting used to, but I think this is very, very cool feature, especially if you want to use like a larger screen, or if you're in a meeting or something and you want to project what you have onto the screen. I think this is a very good tool to use once you get the feel for it. So this has been an unboxing and review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra. My very first opening opinions on this. I love it. I just wish they didn't take away the Bluetooth features of the S Pen. Other than that, they got a solid product here. I am really enjoying it. I can't wait to test drive this thing even further. If you're interested, or if you're in the tablet realm, first let me back up. Now let me ask this question here. Now, if you are in the market, or you're thinking about upgrading from the S10 Ultra to the S11, I would say no. Why? Because you're, like I said, you're taking away those features with the Bluetooth pen, and I think all of the features that are on One UI 8 and Android 16 will come over to the Tab S10 Ultra, and it will be able to do it with no problem on the Tab S10 Ultra. But if you're going from like the Tab S8, Tab S9, yes, absolutely, go ahead and upgrade to the 11. It'll be a whole new world for you at that point. But I think the Tab S10 Ultra is close enough to the 11 that you can go ahead and skip it this year and not feel bad, because you will ultimately get the update, the One UI 8 update along with Android 16. When, I don't know, but it will ultimately come to that tablet, and you will get the features that are on here, the wireless decks and all that stuff. You'll get that on that one as well. So yeah, if you have the S10 Ultra and there's nothing wrong with it, you're not having any issues with it, go ahead and rock out with that. If you anything before that, yes, go ahead and upgrade to the S11 Ultra, or even just the S11 Ultra here. Just go ahead and upgrade to that. All right. So again, I absolutely love it. I'm glad that I did it. I mean, I couldn't turn down the deal that I got on my trade-in. That's why it's here. So I'm very excited for it. All right. So again, if you like what you see, go and hit the like button. If you want to join me as I continue to do videos like this and others, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you're notified when videos like this and others drop. This has been a load of fun, and obviously I got a lot to learn on it, and I can't wait to get started. I'll probably do a follow-up video after a couple of weeks of having it to let you know what I think of it once I got it into my daily groove and everything. So you might definitely want to stay tuned to that, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.